Afternoon, everyone. It is Thursday the 13th. Let me just double check that date. It's amazing how when you don't have to write the date through because of your work, it's amazing how quickly you forget what date it is. I didn't get a chance to record this morning to have like an introduction because I was kind of running late this morning, to be perfectly honest. Like, I just couldn't keep up with the time. And before I knew it, my mum was here, and I had asked if I could drive from my place to Glasgow to let my car have a bit of a run on the motorway, because it's only been doing journeys within the town recently. And she was more than happy for me to go ahead and do that, and for her to be the passenger. Hi Mum, now that I know you've officially watched. So yep, I drove up so that I could get my wee car a wee run, so that her engine can get turned over. I don't know how you really word it. And we were off to the Hobbycraft event, and I did have a lovely time today. There was some stalls out that I was hoping would be there that, to be fair, I think I had just kind of forgotten how many years has passed since I last saw them there. So I was really hoping that the stall that done the craft lights was going to be there. Although, if I'm perfectly honest, I don't recall seeing them for a number of years prior to COVID, never mind after COVID. So if anyone within the UK knows of somewhere really decent to get like a good craft light, or just a really good lamp that you can like extend and move, that would be great. Leave it in the comments or just private message me. And I was also hoping to get some Halloween themed cross stitch, but I think what I'm looking for really is just stuff I'm gonna have to get, or not have to get, things I'm gonna need to purchase through Etsy, and just get the thread separate and try and work out how you're meant to get the correct size Ada. And yeah, I'm gonna go through some of my purchases. You can see what I bought. I bought some really interesting things I had no intentions of buying. For all sakes of transparency, there was yarn purchased. I bought the new skein of West Yorkshire Spinners. I think it's their gingerbread colourway, so their new Christmas colourway. I bought that. That is for me. And then I bought 3 skeins of Surdar Joe Spun. Is it Surdar that does the Joe Spun? And that was for my mum for her Christmas. So yarn was purchased, but only one of them was for me. 2 cross stitch kits were purchased, a needle punch kit was purchased, some, I don't know if you can call it material. So some of the stuff I got was really, really interesting. Like, there was vegan cork, and they say like it's really good. Like, you can make a good sturdy bag out of it, and apparently it's waterproof. And I got some leatherette as well, in some really amazing colours. Like, I'm really, really pleased with those colours. So I'll put my knitting down and I will pull the bag over. So let's get things that you don't really need to see, i.e. juice and snacks. Okay, so here is the new West Yorkshire Spinners. I'm not sure what's in it. A tiny little gingerbread button. I paid $9.99. I got this from Corelia House, who are up in the Highlands. I've never actually been to their store, but I would like to. So You get the gingerbread colourway, which is really, really lovely. You get the Hansel, yeah, Mock Cable Socks by Winwick Mum. So you've got that pattern, which is nice, but I think you could get this free if you bought it in your LYS, I'm not 100% sure. So that was from Corelia House. And I also picked up the Happy Feet pattern book. So this was £9.95. And we all know I'm a big fan of vanilla socks, and I could probably get out of that comfort zone and do like more intricate socks, like more involved socks. So I was looking, they had a lot of samples knit up and on the stall, and I was like, you'll see the clip where I'm going through the socks, and then somebody from the stall approached me and she asked, do you work with West Yorkshire Spinners? Do you like them? And I was pretty much like, they're primarily who I knit my socks with. And it turns out it was one of the representatives from West Yorkshire Spinner, so that was really nice. So we were having a real good chat to the point where my mum just got up and walked away. I found her later on, and we were just having like a really good chat about West Yorkshire Spinners yarns, and we got talking about like the range of yarns inspired by different birds. And I said, as I was like obviously my opinion and my feedback is, to some companies, absolutely nothing. And I just said, if I could offer honestly one piece of advice or ask one thing from the company, I would ask that you put the name of the birds on your ball band. Because my understanding is that there is gingerbread on this one. This one does say gingerbread. But my understanding is the one for the birds does not have that on them. So if you get it from the shop, sometimes the shop has the label saying what bird it is. And then that's it. You get home. I don't know what my hair's doing today, by the way. I blow dried it and it's just going absolutely mental. So yeah, I think the shops sometimes display like what bird it is, but then it's not actually on the ball band. So I kind of said, look, if I could ask one thing at the company, it would be, could you put the name of the bird on the ball band? And she was just like, actually, do you know what, that is a good idea. I will put that forward. Obviously, there's no guarantee that's going to happen. And if it does, it's probably definitely not off the back of me saying this. There's probably a lot of other people that have suggested and requested. And then we just got talking about some other things as well, and about how I think it is very popular that if you're doing your Christmas cast on, whether that's the 1st of December or on Christmas Day, a lot of people do like cows for Christmas socks, and they'll cast on the 1st of December and aim to have it finished to wear on Christmas Day. And I was just like, do you know what, if West Yorkshire Spinner got involved in that and maybe had like a wee prize or something, or just had your own hashtag, like I think more people would maybe get involved, and it would just be like, podcasters do it all the time. I've got a Halloween sock along going on just now. So I mean, like, it would just make sense that the company does it as well, like, kind of get in on that wee niche, because obviously most people allow like double dipping and stuff like that with their hashtags, and like entering them in for prizes. Most people allow double dipping, and so like there's so many podcasters and creators that do this sort of Christmas sock, and it would just allow people one more place to show off and be like, look what I made. So it was just really nice to talk to her, and I'm unfortunate that I didn't catch her name. So if you do watch this, it was very nice to meet you, and I'm so sorry I didn't catch your name. But yeah, I honestly, I love Corelia House's stalls. Let's see, so these are the patterns first of all. My favourite one's on this next page. My favourite one is this orange one. Oh, actually no, I think that's on... No, it's just very similar yarn. So this one's my favourite. I don't know if that one's... Yeah, there you go. So I think these are really, really, really nice, and I think it's a great wee pattern book. Where's the front page? Okay. So I got the pattern book and I got the yarn. I also got some DMC threads. It's 6 in each pack, and they're just the gradients. So I've got the blue, I got the purple, the yellow. They only had one of this at whichever stall this was, and then I got the pink as well. I wish they kind of had like a green, like it would have been nice to be able to kind of get the full colour. Okay, these were non-crafty purchases. So there was somebody there that is Sura Luna Naturals, and I was having a wee nosy, and sometimes I just get really, really overwhelmed by all the different products, and I don't really, obviously I don't know their products, I don't understand them, so I do sometimes think it is best to just ask. And so I went up and I asked the person working the stall, I don't know if they're just like a friend of the company or an employee or the actual owner, and I just explained, I was just like, look, do you have anything on your stall that would help somebody with greasy skin or oily skin? I should have said oily, I kept saying greasy. I get extremely oily in like my T-zone and then out into the cheeks, and it doesn't matter, like the inky list is working really, really well for me skin wise, but if I can find something else that's really going to help, then that would be awesome. And she said that they had this organic oil cleanser with jojoba and cucumber seed oils for normal and oily skin. And because it's an oil cleanser, you are taking off the old oil and replacing it with new oil. And apparently that can help, because if I use just any other cleanser, I feel like my face is shrinking, like it's just so tight, and that's not a pleasant feeling. And I then have to slather on moisturizer. So I'm going to give this a shot. She said that it does need to be used with warm water, and one pump would do the whole face, and this was £16, so I'm hoping it's going to be worth it. But it smells divine. It just, oh, it's all the natural products, and the jojoba is just lovely. Okay, so here's my interesting purchases. This is my vegan pork that apparently will go through my normal machine just fine, and I want to make bags with this. And then I got some leatherette, and I got these amazing, fun, happy, bright colours. Like this is just where the elastic band was. Do I take it off? Yeah, I'll just take it off. So I got vegan cork and leatherette. That's going to be so fun to work with. And my mum treated me to this bag, which is lovely. Just a nice simple lining on the inside. It's got a handle and it's a drawstring. That was very nice of her. Thank you, Mum. got some earring finders, I got the 2 bronze, and I got 2 silver packs. So it's 10 per pack, so that's 5 pairs per pack, and I got 2 of each, so that's going to be enough to keep me busy, because I really like wearing earrings now that I've got big enough stretchers. And I got a punch needle embroidery kit, and this I cannot wait to try. And she let me try. She had one in a hoop, and she was like, do you want to have a wee try? I was like, oh, if that's possible, that would be great. Because I got a punch needle kit from Aldi, and it was absolute gash. Like, it was horrible, and it just didn't work, and I returned it. I took it back to the store. So I've got this wee camper van to try, and I bought some fabric that they had on the stall, and with that I got a hoop to use. Like, they included that in it, and they also included the punch needle itself, which is in here. So I picked a punch needle up, and she was like, no, put that down. I was like, okay, I'm listening. So I cannot wait to try this. See, once you got into the rhythm, it was really therapeutic. And I think, honestly, that I could go punch needle crazy, honestly. So that was really nice. That was an unexpected purchase. And then lastly is the 2 cross stitch sets that I got. So maybe not exactly what you expected me. Well, one is what you would expect of me, which is this skull. I thought Scott would really like this. He loves sugar skulls, so I got that. And then I also bought this one, which is Sewing Fun. So you've got a cat playing with a ball of yarn and on the sewing table, and then a wee cat hidden in here as well. You've got a sewing machine, the ironing board with the cat, some fabric, balls of yarn. I'm going to go with cones of yarn as well, maybe. You've got your dressmaker's dummy, and it's just, I think that's really cute, and it's one day what I hope my craft room will kind of look like, especially with the wee ginger cat just hidden right in there. There's crumbs in the bottom of my bag. So that's everything I bought. Oh, I bought one extra little thing. I don't know how well this is going to show up. There was a stall with crystals, and I bought this little guy. Come on, focus. There we go. It's a ghost! There is obviously some slight imperfections because it is a natural stone. But this wee guy is so stinking cute, and I got the last one. They had a baby Yoda or a Grogu green agate stone, but it was like £24 or £28, and by this point I had spent in the region of £210. Now I'd budgeted 300. I had done overtime, and this is 300 above and beyond like the wedding savings. So I had budgeted £300 for today only, and I was 210. I had 35 in my purse already, and now I took 200 out the bank, and now I have £25 left in my purse. So I still have 100 on my bank because I used 10 that was already in my purse, And so I think that's really good because that extra 100 I am going to hold back for Glasgow School of Yarn, which is on the 29th. And also because the same day as Glasgow School of Yarn, I'm going to my very first ice hockey game. And we're probably going to grab some food whilst we're out because it's going to be a busy day with Glasgow School of Yarn and then having to double back to the Braehead shopping area for the Glasgow Clan ice hockey game. If it goes ahead. The Glasgow Clan at the moment are a little bit up shit creek. So we'll see how that goes. They have bought tickets, so hopefully it will go ahead. But yeah, I think today is long enough. I don't need to add anything else in. Tomorrow's going to be fun. I've booked in for a piercing. I'm scared, but I'm excited. I haven't had a piercing in so long. I think my last piercings were in my lips. And I got one when I was 17, 18. And the other one maybe like a year later, so 18, 19. 20 at the latest. So it's been several years since I've had a piercing. But I am so excited. Oh, I've got something in my eye. So that's happening at 11 o'clock tomorrow. And then I think I'm going to kick around town. And I'm going to take myself out for some ramen because there's a new place opened up in Paisley. And they're apparently going to be known for their ramen bowls. So I'm so excited. I'm going to go treat myself to some ramen. And as I've said before, Saturday I'm meeting my lovely friend Aileen. And we're going to have some tea because Aileen has been drinking coffee. In the past she has drank coffee. But I was going to say neither of us drink coffee, but that is not entirely true. But yeah, rest of my day, I'm going to pop all this stuff away. I'm not going to just let it sit in a bag. I'm going to tidy up a little bit more upstairs. Oh, one more thing I wanted to show off because I'm so proud of this. 2 years ago, at least it's the oldest, I would really need to look back in my Instagram and see exactly when I finished my changes shawl. But I have a photo from the 24th of April 2020. I'm pretty sure I finished it earlier than April. There's a photo of me blocking the changes shawl out in my parents' back garden on the drying line. And since then, it has been tucked away because I just didn't have the time of the... Well, I had the time. I just didn't want to weave in all the ends. And I finally done it last night. And I am so happy. Look, not a single end. Nothing on the bottom. Nothing on the other side as well. Like, not a single end. And I wore that out today. And it was just really nice to have it draped on. And because I knew it was going to be chilly this morning. It was 6 degrees this morning. And I knew it was going to be chilly. And I was just like, I just need something I can wrap around and keep myself cozy and block out the wind. And it honestly, like, I was so warm, I was so toasty. But I do think I need a shawl pin or something. And I've got a couple upstairs, so I need to dig them out. One of them, quite a lot of them have charms on them, and I don't want to get them tangled up. So I'll see if I can find like my wee wooden one, and I can put this on better. Because I'm struggling to style it, if I'm honest. Okay, I'm going to disappear. I'm going to start unpacking all this stuff and putting it away upstairs. I'm probably going to make a cup of tea. I'm going to close the windows now because the sun has gone and it is chilly. And I'm just going to have a nice calm evening. Probably going to get into my jammies. Full transparency. When I come home from being out, I normally get straight into jammies. Unless I'm wearing something very comfortable, almost like jammies. But this dress and leggings, not the most comfortable combination. Still comfortable clothing, just not the most comfortable combination. So cup of tea, jammies, put my stuff away, and then I get to sit and knit for a while. Thank you for watching. Another day of Vlogtober. But yeah.